Welcome back to the channel. Today I just want to talk about the power of getting started. Yeah, the amount of things that when I first started doing them, they seemed so scary. Yeah, going to the gym, building a business, creating content, all of these things that when you're looking at them from face value, that they just look scary as fuck. Like getting in front of a camera, going to a gym, like when you've never been to a gym before, the amount of people I speak to and they're like, yeah, going into that free weights area just scares the life out of me. And of course it will. If you've never driven a car before, you jump in a car and you're like, gear stick, steering wheel, mirrors, like there's so much going on. But when you've drove a car for 5-10 years, you jump in and you do all of those actions that when you first started doing it, you would have been scared shitless to do. So same as making content, pressing that record button the first couple of times or first 100 times maybe will be hard. There's no other way around it. That will be hard to get started. But the main thing is just getting started, right? So number one thing you need to do is you need to believe that what you're doing is going to take you closer to your goal. So believing that the actions that you are taking is going to take you closer to your goal. That's number one. But number two is just getting started, because you look back at some of the first videos I've ever made, some of the first businesses I ever tried to pursue, like you're gonna fail, but it's failing and making changes and making adjustments over time that will eventually get you to your goal. And having a goal that truly excites you, like making £400 a month online probably isn't that exciting, but making 20 grand a month online, that's going to be a goal that's going to excite you and motivate you to get the actions done, whether you feel like it or not, right? And it's having that discipline to just keep pursuing it, because you have that belief and that goal and that vision, and you know that these action steps are going to take you closer and closer to your goal. So delayed gratification, I think, comes into it very, very heavily, because this YouTube channel, for example, there's videos that now pay me a dividends, if you like, pay me via AdSense, that I made 3 years ago. And I could have easily, when making those videos, thought, you know what, I'm not getting paid by YouTube, I can't really see the benefits. But I knew that I had a long-term vision that making that video then was going to pay me later. Excuse me. Wow. I had a long-term vision. Yeah, I knew that video that I was making was going to pay me years later down the line. And that's kind of the long-term vision that I had, was the work I do today, it may not pay me tomorrow, it may not pay me next week, it may not pay me next month, but it might pay me next year, or the year after that, or the year after that. And the skills that I learned back then now translate into the videos that I make now. Same with business. You might be doing your daily actions of reaching out to businesses and you're not getting any responses. You're not getting. I'm testing a new strategy at the moment when it comes to outreach, and I've reached out to over 300 businesses with this new strategy, and I've got like 2 replies. Two replies, and like 1 meeting booked. And you would look at that and think, Ollie, you're fucking insane. Like, stop doing that. It's clearly not working. But in my mind, I know that method is going to work. It just needs consistency, and it needs me to, same again, like the first 10 or first 100 of those that I sent then paved the way for the next 100. And then that next 100 paved the way for that next 100. As in, what I mean is, the first 100 I sent, I was going to learn off of that first 100 and then tailor the next 100. So it's continuously learning. And same again, my vision for that process is so solidified that I'm not bothered. I'm detached from the outcome of reaching out and doing that sort of method, because I know that, same again, in a year or 2 years time, that is going to pay me a dividends, because those people might reply in a year's time. Who knows? I know. But it is having that confidence, and it's just getting started. So look, if there's something that you want to do, or if there's a vision that you have, you want to design a future for yourself, you just need to get started. You're on a platform. I always say this, the YouTube University, but I learned more on this platform than I did at school. Fact. But sometimes I need to reflect, and you need to reflect as well, of like, looking back, I'm so fucking grateful for myself. And you know, I'm so grateful that I took those actions back then, because of course, you know, I wasn't getting that instant gratification, but now I'm looking back and thinking, well done, Ollie, because if you hadn't have taken those actions without instant gratification or an instant tap on the back, then you wouldn't have done the things you've done today. So, you know, set a goal, make it a goal that that excites you, not just like, oh, I want to make £1,000 a month. Because, you know, if you wanted to make £1,000 a month or £2,000 a month, then you could have probably just stay in the job that you're at now and live comfortably. But make it a goal that excites the fuck out of you. Yeah, and do everything in your power every single day to make it happen. Look, guys, thank you for watching. Keep designing the future. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.